Welcome back. Health advocates under the aegis of the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa have called on the federal government to increase taxes imposed on sugar-sweetened beverages to a minimum of 130 naira per litre in its final retail price for it to achieve the much-needed impact of curbing sugar-related diseases in the country. They made the call during the official launch of a research report on sugar-sweetened beverage tax in Abuja, the nation's capital. Let's now join Clevius correspondent for details.
It is no longer news that in Nigeria today, there is a high prevalence of non-communicable diseases and other cardiovascular diseases, accounting for about 24% of total deaths recorded every year. Several studies have linked the intake of excess sugar and sugar-sweetened beverages among leading factors of non-communicable diseases, also known as NCDs, in the country. Over the years, efforts have been made by both government and civil society organizations geared towards getting a sustainable tax regime and promoting public health in the country. In 2021, the federal government announced the implementation of an excise tax of 10 naira per litre on sugar-sweetened beverages as part of efforts to prevent and discourage excessive consumption of sugar among Nigerians. Although greeted as a welcome development initially, stakeholders in Nigeria's health sector are now worried that the tax is no longer effective and hence cannot achieve the much-needed impact of curbing sugar-related diseases in the country, hence the need to increase the tax on the products. At the official launch of a research report on sugar-sweetened beverage tax this Monday in Abuja, the Executive Director, Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, Akimbode Oluwafemi, said an upward review of the existing SSB tax of 10 naira per litre to 130 naira per litre will go a long way in discouraging overconsumption of SSBs in the country, thereby promoting public health.
While the beverages companies continue to increase the selling prices of their products, the Nigerian tax remains fixed. So it's given that in the 2024 fiscal year, the Nigerian government should increase the tax to something very significant. And you might be wondering why tax? Tax because there is no any other word. It is a tax that is for public good to reduce the consumption of harmful diet that is causing non-communicable diseases in Nigeria. And what we've also seen in this study is that this can also lead into government revenue. And this is very critical because when nations face economic crisis, what do? They look at products that are injurious to the totality of the people and they impose taxes. They look at products that people need like food and the rest of them and they reduce the taxes. And we're saying all these consumptions that are impacting on our health and are also causing huge public health costs, the federal government can begin to look at that as a way of reducing the health burden and as a way of even generating revenue at this point of our national life.
It will also help everyone to understand the health benefits of the tax, the economic benefits. So the health benefits in reducing the rise in deaths and diseases caused by non-communicable diseases, the economic benefits of generating revenue for the country, and hopefully earmarking it and plunging it back into public health. In triple benefits when it comes to reducing the burden on the healthcare system. And beyond upward reviewing the current taxes upward, we're also hoping that this report would also serve as, information, data, relevant data to set a more sustainable pathway for SSB taxes in Nigeria, not leaving advocates and the public to constantly have to fight and advocate and provide justification on an annual basis when the Finance Act and budget has been reviewed.
In his remarks, the Director Public Health, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, stressed on the need for more advocacy to promote healthy life patterns among citizens.
So we do know that we may not be able to, primarily stop people, but at least the information is key. It is not just about the tax. We are not preaching about the income generation. We don't want to present it first, but because people, we tend to disobey the nature, we tend to go for what is not good because of the communication gap, because of the knowledge gap. I think that's why we're talking about the tax. So I would not want to place the tax first, but for people to get the information and do the right thing, eat well, so you can live longer.
Highlights of the event was the launch and public presentation of the simulation study on the potential fiscal and public health effects of sugar-sweetened beverage tax in Nigeria.